fact is that I know that we had a strong impact on people, but it's like people were afraid to let out anything out of themselves until they were sure of the tested reaction.
Right. Did you do any of your own headlining gigs there?
Yeah, we did. They were actually much better. The ones we did like that.
You did a lot of support slots with the Exploited, didn't you?
We were going to, but...
So you billed.
Well, we were going to do quite a few, really. And Waddy...
Stubbed his toe.
Yeah, stubbed his little toe, and he had to bail out on the tour. And so we didn't get all our days with the Exploited, which would have probably done us good. I mean, because we would have played more.
Financially, it would have done us good.
Yeah.
My experience after seeing what that band is about, I'm glad we didn't have to play the dates with them.
What do you mean?
Just that it's one of these things where they're on a really playing into the hands of a certain audience with a real bass approach. They're going, okay, let's all fuck a mod, the whole just like the. Stay away from the political analogies.
Yeah, well, it's like, what else do you want to hear? We'll sing about it.
Right. There's a lot with
playing up what's already there.
Like
we want to be stars. We're gonna go, okay,
You like anarchy? I still believe in anarchy. You hate mods? Well, we hate the mods.
It's funny because I wish I had the chance to ask them. On their last single, they did a song called Hitler's in the Charts Again, which is ostensibly an anti-fascist song. But I remember on their first single, they had a little note which said, to all punks, keep on mod bashing. It seemed to be a pretty strong contrast to an anti-fascist sentiment.
Yeah, well, basically the band is after whatever they can get.
Yeah.
They were on the rise in England, and this tour that they were just doing was like sort of a thing where they're trying to make a step up in their, professional status, so to speak, from like a band plays clubs to one that plays halls.
Well, they did have a top 30 single with this tour,
yeah.
supposedly. We're going to hear something.
It didn't happen, so.
We're going to go to a song right now from Black Flag. This one's Rise Above, which is the first song on the LP. Damaged, as I said before. Is there anything you'd like to say about it before we play it?
Yeah. Well, what it's about is people trying to stop us from what we want to do. And it's not any kind of elitist attitude like rise above, like, or above you or anything. It's like, let's clear over the smoke and the rubble and keep moving, rise above. Just listen to the lyrics. You can see what we're talking about.
Okay, so this is Rise Above from Black Flag, Damaged LP on WNYU FM.
Cowards, ride the cold. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. They distort what we say. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. Try and stop what we do. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. When they can't do it themselves. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. We are tired of your abuse. Try to stop us. It's no use. Society's out of control. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. Think this smart can't think for themselves. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. Laugh at us behind our back. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. I find satisfaction in what they lack. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. We are tired of your abuse. Try to stop us, but it's no use. Of your abuse. Try to stop us. It's no use. We're born with a chance. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. I am gonna have my chance. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. We are born with a chance. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. And I am gonna have my chance. Rise above, we're gonna rise above. We are tired of your abuse. Try to above, rise above, rise above, we're gonna rise above, we're gonna rise above, we're gonna rise above.
Rise Above from Black Flag on WNYU FM Music View. We're here tonight with Chuck and Henry from Black Flag. Now, you said something about having to rise above the rubble and everything. Somebody told me that, you just moved into a new house in LA and that already it's under police surveillance.
Okay, that's where the old rise above thing comes in. We've had a lot of trouble with police harassment, police, and also a lot of other people. A lot of people resent.
There's a lot of people out of uniform who are police.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of people out of uniform. We'll get into that in a minute.
That goes back on the English thing. People are afraid to insult the local culture cops.
Right. Black Flag doesn't have a very good standing with the local culture in LA at the moment.
Besides, I was talking more, trying to generalize the whole thing.
Yeah.
But because I see it going on, it's like if you have an audience of people, say, and there's a style that exists, and somebody goes, okay, well, these people are, they're all new wavers or something like that. He looks wrong. He's got long hair, and then try to purify, the whole concept of purity. We're going to purify the audience like Calvin did in England, and go through and murder everybody who's a wrong thinker or a wrong actor. So there's that sort of thing going on. I mean, we've had that backfire on us, and I have personally anyway in the past. People like, oh no, you don't belong here. You look wrong. When we were first trying to start out in L.A. But then with the real police, being I guess a more manifest, more obvious example of the thing going on in your greater culture, right? We get a lot of trouble with that in LA. Yeah, this is our fourth place we've had to go into, and that's we're moving when we get back.
Yeah.
Nasty situation. It costs us a lot of money and time. Slows us down.
How exactly does it manifest itself? I mean,
what does that mean?
In what form?
What is that? What do you mean?
Does the harassment?
Oh well, wait a minute. Let me talk. Like undercover surveillance and stuff. There's a petition in the neighborhood going around over 100 strong to get us out of the neighborhood. They said something in the petition said that we pulled a rifle on one of the neighbors. It's just anybody who sticks out becomes a target, and we happen to be a target of the LAPD. Not really the LAPD. We're more in trouble like with the beach cops, like in Hermosa. We got run out of there a long time ago. It was before I was in the band. But there is a strong resistance to anything that's new, anything out of the ordinary. And if you're noticed doing something that is your thing and you're not going by the rules, they'll try and slap your hands and get you back into line.
And it's a lot different than here. See, here the police don't play as
there isn't a big police punk problem in New York.
Yeah, it's indicative of a broader concept. The whole conservative thing and the tendency of people to be threatened by anything that's not status quo.
What's the situation like in Washington? With the police and the punks?
No problem, really.
Pretty much like New York.
Well, I don't know how New York is, but I know how D.C. is, and it's like no problem at all.
Yeah. We're going to hear another song right now off of the album. This one is Depression. Anything that's on the second side, anything you'd like to say about it before we play it?
Depression. Yeah, it's a good thing to hook into, because people are always going, what are you, not to say this right now, we got 3 songs here that were played, and people there's a real common question of what are you trying to say? It's like everybody, they want you to say, yeah, I want to destroy the government, or I want to create a beautiful world for everybody. And what I want to do is express myself and what I feel, and bring across that, and so that other people can be affected by it. And I think that then that has a strong impact on people individually, and then they pull their own ideas, conclusions, and emotional reactions from that situation. In music, it's an emotional situation. We're using lyrics and sound to do it, and you got a song called Depression. I mean, people try to tie the whole thing down to like, cultural things, Yeah, man, LA, it's all these middle class kids revolting against their, the fact that they don't have enough blenders in their house or something, and it's all really lame because of that, but it's not. It's people talking about how they feel, and everybody feels. There's no cultural boundaries on that.
Yeah. So let's hear that. Depression from Black Flag and WNYU Music View. Black Flag with Depression on WNYU Music View. I'm Timmy Sommer. We're here with two members of Black Flag. Now, the tour Britain and the tour you're doing right now, the United States. How long you been doing this tour in America? Because you were touring the United States before you went over to Britain too, right?
Yeah. We were on tour in the U.S. about 2 weeks before England. We hit Texas, North Carolina, Washington D.C., and saw a lot of good bands and stuff. Texas is a really happening scene. They have the Dicks and a band called the Big Boys, and a band called the MDC Stains, and we played with all three of those bands 2 nights, one night in Austin, one night in Houston, and they're great bands, great guys, great towns. And then we went over to England for a couple of weeks. Now we're played in Boston last night, New York tonight.
UK Subs in England.
Yeah,
UK Subs are a real good band.
UK Subs
good bands over there.
Yeah, they blast they blast loose.
Most of what I saw was like utter crap, but they were real good. I'm sure there's a few more.
Yeah, and so then we're going to Pittsburgh after this, and then to Chicago, and then January 1 we'll be playing in Los Angeles. And then we're gonna start a 4-month tour in February.
Now this tour.
Oh yeah, we're gonna try.
This tour that started with the dates 2 weeks before you went to England. Is this your first tour with the band, Henry? Or?
Yeah. Well, the only other tour I ever did with them was when I first joined the band. I came back from New York to LA with them, but I wasn't singing. Des was still singing them. We decided to finish out the tour, go back to LA, and really practice up with Des on guitar. But from now on, I'm singing and everything.
The apprenticeship.
Yeah.
How did-
being understudy.
Is there a particular reason, I mean, why Black Flag has gone through so many vocalists?
Well, yeah, we like to have a different vocalist on each record.
That's right. I'm going to be playing tambourine now. We're having another guy for the next release.
Actually, it's just that people are unstable elements, and the music we do is really demanding on singers. And at a certain point, a lot of people can't keep it up anymore, either emotionally or physically. In 2 cases, both of those being true. And then Dez just wanted to play guitar. And it's, the concept of the band is flexible. It's not a real rigid thing. We do what we do in order to get across what we are trying, our feelings and our ideas, the best way possible, and get the most satisfaction from it. So, it's not like we were going, well, the band is over because this singer, or we can't have another guitar, or this or that or the other thing. Or who knows, maybe we'll throw them all away and go strictly a cappella next week. I kind of doubt it because I like to play. I think the music is, that's important to me. But
The a cappella numbers you did at the Mug Club the other night, were those something not to be repeated and never being done before, or what?
No, we've done it before. We just did it. We'll probably do it. We don't know whether we'll do it again. It's a good effect. We like to do Black Flag everywhere. We do a cappella songs like on the street. We do them on radio stations. We do them everywhere.
We just burst into song. It's like, that was because we wanted to do the songs, and Billy is from a band called The Descendants in LA, came out to fill in for Robo, who got stuck in the UK because of his visas not being well organized, and complications with that. And he didn't really know the songs, and we wanted to play some more stuff, so we said, well, screw it, we'll just blast him out there without it.
Will Robo be coming back soon, or?
I imagine so.
Yeah. Are you still friendly with your old vocalists, like Keith, or?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm friendly with him. There's some, other people who, it gets ugly, but we're real friendly with Keith.
Keith's a good guy.
And with Ron, but Ron is like,
he's up in Canada.
he doesn't matter anymore as far as that, because he's like, there's like, a guy like Ron was real bitter when he quit and we didn't quit, because he wanted to take the whole thing down with him. And Keith was too. Both people like that, because it makes the individual who quits much more important if the whole thing goes with them.
Right.
But the singers didn't write any songs or anything, and we just, it was our thing.
Did you change the lyrics at all or anything?
No, not really. I had to unscramble a lot of them from Dez.
Dez used to change them a lot.
Yeah. No, but I'm writing a lot of stuff, and we're all writing stuff, and like new songs. I'm gonna be putting my lyrics on some stuff I really want to sing. We all write a lot. We're all like big thinkers. We're into this whole.
What's your favorite stuff we do? Out of curiosity.
Song-wise, or?
Just which are the records?
Well, the Nervous Breakdown EP is great.
Yeah.
And
looking back, my favorite.
The whole first side of the new album, I think, is fantastic.
Yeah, my favorite right now is still the 6-pack thing.
Yeah.
I really like Dez on record.
Yeah, Dez has got a lot of soul. He's really good.
But anyway, I guess like my the immediate past being a little bit too close, maybe.
Do you find in the places that you've been playing, Henry, do you find that people knew SOA or know
Oh
SOA?
yeah, surprising amount of people. Go like, hey, what's going on with SOA, or you're in SOA? Yeah, a lot of people know about SOA.
Yeah.
And we're getting those Discord records for the label. We did a record on. I'm part of Discord. I mean, it's like me, Ian from Minor Threat, Jeff and Nathan down in Washington running the label. I don't have much to do with it anymore because I'm Black Flag and I'm moving and I'm in LA. But Ian is getting those records across the country, and a lot of people, it's a pretty good record.
What exactly is your involvement with Teen Idols? Were you just friends?
The bass player is Ian.
Right.
In that band. He and I are been best friends for 9 years, and so I was their roadie. We were all tight friends. I mean, it was 14 Idols plus Henry, so we were 5 really tight buddies, and we just did everything together. Always hung out, watched TV, drank Cokes.
Because I always assumed you were the Henry that they thanked at the end of the first.
Yeah, that's me. The only reason they thanked me because I couldn't do backup vocals. Got to be at work that day. They did the vocals. I was the roadie. I kept them out of fights. I kept people from beating them up at shows. All kinds of stuff.
Let's hear another song right now from the album. This one's TV Party, which is the favorite of a lot of people, along with Six Pack. People have been saying to me, one of the things they like about you is that, you don't feel an obligation to shout about anarchy or anything. You can sing about, TV Party or
Well, we
Six Pack.
sing about, what's going on with us.
It's funny, obligation.
And if
it feels like a contradiction.
Yeah, and if if it had to do with anarchy, we'd sing about anarchy.
Okay.
But it doesn't, so.
Okay, so let's hear TV Party right now from Black Flag.
TV party tonight! TV party tonight! TV party tonight! TV party tonight! We're gonna have a TV party tonight! Alright! We're gonna have a TV party, alright! Tonight! We've got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Everybody's gonna hang out here tonight! Alright! We'll pass out on the couch! Alright! Tonight! We got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Don't talk about anything else. We don't wanna know! We're dedicated to our favorite shows! That's incredible! History Blues! Dallas! Friday! We stick glued to the TV set all night! And every night! Why go into the outside world at all? It's such a fright! We got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. TV news shows what it's like out there. It's a scare. You can go out if you want. We wouldn't care. We got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Don't talk about anything else. We don't want to know. We're dedicated to our favorite shows. Saturday Night Live, Monday Night Football, Jefferson, Vegas. I wouldn't be without my TV for a day, or even a minute. Don't even bother to use my brain anymore. There's nothing left in it. We've got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Hey, wait a minute. My TV doesn't work. It's broken! What are we gonna do tonight? This isn't fair. We're hurting! We've got nothing left to do. Let us go TV and just a couple of brews. What are we gonna talk about? I don't know! We're gonna miss our favorite shows! No! That's incredible! No! Monday Night Football! No! Jefferson! No! Friday! No TV party tonight!
TV Party from Black Flag. That about wraps it up for another edition of Music View. I'm Timmy Somer, and we've been here tonight with 2 members of Black Flag, Chuck and Henry.
Okay, later, thanks.
All right, see you later.
Okay, good night.
So that wraps up Music View for another Friday night here on WNYU FM in New York. Coming up in future Music Views, Ruts DC and the Gas.